G'day guys, welcome back to the EB Cup. Guess who? It's Gent, and I'm producing for you right now the final round 1 match of the EB Cup tournament. Then we'll be on to round 2 after this set. We have in the leftmost main of Metalopolis, Arnoo, the Protoss player there, and in the rightmost, Nammor, the other Protoss player in this particular matchup. So we obviously have a Protoss versus Protoss match. Very, very far positions, so this could be a longer type of game. Let's hope so. I like to see the long macro games. So Nammor's probes going out there and making that pylon. Probably going to start his wall in. Well, the Protossers in this tournament have been favouring that. Arnoo just a little bit behind. We can actually see how far behind via the production tab here. So we got Nammor with a little bit of an advantage, as we can see there in the little window. Both guys are just going to be pumping out probes for a while as per normal. They all do that. Except we're going to have a very, very early gas from Arnoo. I don't know what to make of that. Just a bit of background on both of these players. They're probably the... what's the nicest way to say it? They're probably the noobiest players in this particular tournament. So this isn't going to be very high level. Well, that's my assumption. I could be wrong. So actually Nammor's got a good scouting pattern here. He's spotted Arnoo very, very, very early without Arnoo having spotted Nammor. So Arnoo's not very good with his chrono boosts, hasn't been doing much of that. As I mentioned before, one of the lower level players. But they should be evenly matched. All players in this tournament are assigned randomly to keep the fairness. It's all about the fairness. It's all about the sportsmanship. The e-sportsmanship. Double gateway going out here, so his wall is finished. Gateways aren't, though. Second gas. Yeah, I think this might be a mistake. So he's making another gas. Not sure why. We'll see shortly. Forge up for Nammor, and gateway number 1 down. Zealot number 1 should be starting soon. Zealot number 1, starting anytime, Zealot number 1. No. Okay. Never mind, we'll just leave that there. We got Zealot out here at Arnoo's front. A bit of action happening there. That Zealot just cleaned up a probe that was trying to scout in and was denied via Psyblade to the mouth and throat region. Double pylons happening back here. Obviously a supply block issue that he wants to sort out ASAP. Zealot number 1 is now on the way. Fantastic. Gateway number 2 nearly down for Nammor there, and gas number 1 down for him. Both gases up for Arnoo, only mining from the 1 and only with 2 probes in that gas. So, interesting stuff. Double pylon coming down for him as well. And a cybernetic score. So he's going to be getting stalkers a little bit earlier than our friend Nammor by the looks of things. Or maybe not. No, Nammor looks like he's actually ahead. Scratch that. Photon cannons going up here for defense. And this one Zealot keeping vigil on this tiny little ramp here. So both guys have cut probes by the looks of it. Not making any probes. Arnoo is. Not chrono boosting, but that's okay. We're not going to be chrono boost Nazis. Not for this tournament. It's bronze and silver, damn it. They can do whatever they like. So these two Zealots from Arnoo are having a bit of a poke at the front. I like early aggression, even with tiny amounts of units. You have a good look at the front, and you can actually glean a fair bit from the ramp. So they will be arriving shortly. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. See what Arnoo sees. See what the Arnoo can. Okay, so he's obviously got a cannon going into the face here. And then 2 cannons and these Zealots, and I would be thinking run away. I'd definitely be thinking run away. I definitely wouldn't stay and fight. Because that's what would happen. Yeah. So more Zealots coming out from Nammor. Good response. Chrono boosting out Warp Gate. Extremely cool. The must-have upgrade. Zealots and Stalkers and Sentries, oh my, being queued out of these gateways. No Warp Gate research going down, very strange for a Protoss player. Forge going down for Arnoo, and so halting probe production for now. Now they've both stopped. Warp Gate's nearly done. Third and fourth gateway coming down for Nammor, so he's obviously seen a 4-gate push happen before on a Starcraft VOD of some description, because this is a ridiculously effective early pressure build, although it's starting to head into the mid game now, so it doesn't really count. Robotics facility going down as well, which is smart, and a pylon to stop the supply blocking. Oh, and he's put, okay, so he has watched some videos or just had experience, but this pylon back here spotting within the smoke to stop sneaky Arnoo drops. So yeah, now he's cranking up some probes, which I like to see. Should always be making probes. Arnoo just opting for Stargate tech, should be interesting. If Nammor attacks anytime soon, Arnoo is going to be in trouble. He has a fair bit at the front here, but Nammor is going to be getting immortal soon, probably. Now all of these guys have just been upgraded to warp gates, as we can see. Very, very scary. Here they come. Wow. The unit producing rate for Nammor is going to go up way lots. So we got the observer coming out pretty soon. No probes coming out there. No probes coming out there. So we got a second Stargate going down. And I dare say, Void Rays. Come on, Void Ray, Void Ray, Void Ray, please. Please, Void Ray, Void Ray. Click it, click it, click it. Make one. Duh! It's denied me. He's just queuing out of these gateways. Really needs to get that warp gate tech. It's going to make unit production so much faster, as Nammor's figured out. Even has the minerals to justify an expansion or more warp gates if he wants to one base. And more pylons coming down. Okay, so that's why he's not making Void Rays, because he's supply blocked. Nice spread of pylons. Needs to have something spotting in this smoke though. But the pressure of playing a game, you can't keep an eye on all those things. Force is getting a bit scary in size for Nammor now. And a robotics guy going, oh, so he's going to get some Colossus coming out soon. Colossus is going to be extremely effective against what Arnoo has if he doesn't get some Void Rays out pretty shortly. Get some Void Rays out, Arnoo. Pylons down now, supply cap well and truly extended. And a robotics facility going down for him as well. Both guys going to be very defensive, staying very placid. Just making units. Okay, finally. Void Ray coming out and the Chrono Boosts that he'd obviously been saving being pumped out on these Stargates now. Has the capabilities to make two at once. You can Chrono Burst 2 at once, so that'd be pretty cool. Okay, so the Observer's heading out now. Going to get a spot on what Arnoo's doing. I dare say when Nammor sees what Arnoo's doing, he'll probably attack, because he has the superior army right now. And a Warp Prism coming out as well. That should be interesting. Seeing as Arnoo doesn't have any spotting back here in his back smoke, this should be actually reasonably effective. Void Ray number 1 out. Lovely. And a Warp Prism and Observer coming out for Arnoo as well. So he's going to be trying some dropping action, but as we saw, Nammor actually has spotting in this smoke area, so... Observer's just arrived now, so Nammor's having a good look. Nammor has seen the Stargates. He hasn't seen the army at the ramp though, but he's going to have a pretty good idea. Oh, and he sees the Warp Prism as well. That should be a bit telling. So the cannon at the front there just spotting that Observer. And Arnoo might be gearing for a push. He did shift a bit further. He's thinking about it. Oh, okay. I see what's happened here. He's actually walled in his probes that can't actually go out and expand. So that's why he's made that Warp Prism. Now, a little known trick is if you click on a mineral patch, the probe will actually run through buildings. Well, through little gaps like that to actually mine, so... yeah. So this Nammor army is actually looking like it's gearing for a push as well. Pylons going down for him. Supply capped again. Making 5 pylons at once, that's pretty strange. So Colossi coming out. Rallied straight to Arnoo's base. Wow, it's aggressive. Void Ray just chilling back here. And we've got some pylons coming down just for the front of the expansion for Arnoo. So Arnoo is expanding before Nammor. And he'll need to get an economic advantage if he wants to beat the army of Nammor. But some chrono boosting out some Void Rays now. Cranking 2 at once, which is really cool when you got supply Finally, Warp Gate has gone down. Rockin'. Make some more gateways though. Lots of minerals there for Arnoo at the moment. Photon cannons along the lip here, which is pretty cool, because if Arnoo's forces do come along this path, the photon cannons can have a bit of a poke. Just shoot them in the face a few times, soften them up before they get to the ramp. If Arnoo is not careful. Now, this warp prism is going to maybe go undetected, so he's definitely marking this, but I think Arnoo has seen it. Yes, Arnoo has seen it. He just... Yep, so there's a little shadow of it. Was he looking at the mini-map is the big question.
I'm here in the
I don't see any movement from Arnoo to deal with this force, but as I did say earlier, he has